competitors, please come for test project explanation. All competitors, today we'll proceed the module of pattern making and lay. For pattern making and lay, before the start of module, Skills Competition Manager gave us technical drawing and measurement. The drawing for pattern making. Okay, you need to make patterns according to technical drawing and measurements. No lining. No lining. At the end of the module, competitors must submit the full pattern for our marking. Competitors must do a pattern layout on the fabric for Module 4 and submit it for assessment. Fabric 4. Okay. The skirt doesn't need to be cut or constructed. Pattern needs to be pinned to the lay and must not be cut. Now we're giving you the test project. Does any competitor have any questions about the test project? Okay, please. I want to ask about these. Are they seams or pockets? Okay, all competitors, attention please. These are not seams, they are 2 pockets. Please mark on the technical drawing. Okay, any other questions? No? Okay. So please be ready, all competitors. Bring your technical drawing to your workstations. Competitors entering workstations. Competition starts. of competition. Competitors, please stop what you're doing. All competitors, please leave your lei on your table. Competitors, please leave the workstations. Experts, please come in to judge. All experts, only 2 judgment markings for pattern making and lei. Please see B2, economy of lei, J1, fabric economy. 0 means poor layout. Large areas of wasted fabric, many pieces too close together or too far apart. Awkward placement for cutting or pieces missing. Chalk lines on the fabric, but the finishing line and starting line are not for the case. 1 means layout is okay. Some waste, some pieces too close together or too far apart. Cutting only slightly awkward. 2 means good layout. Small amount of waste. Cutting pieces is not difficult. 3 means excellent layout. Minimal waste. All pieces easy to cut. Okay, this is the judgment marking for economy of lei. Next, please turn to B5. Judgment marking for pattern notching and flow through. J1. Pattern proportion and style analysis. So please refer to technical drawing. And pattern made by competitor. Please check pattern proportion and style analysis. 0 means proportions and shapes used not good. Pieces do not reflect the proportions of the design. 1 means proportions and shapes used are okay. Pieces mostly reflect the proportions of the design. 2 means good proportions and shapes used. Pieces reflect quite well the proportions of the design. 3 means excellent proportions and shapes used. Pieces reflect exactly the proportions of the design. Okay, these are the criteria for judgment marking. Please prepare to judge. J1. Economy of lei. Please start to judge. J1. Pattern notching and flow through. Please start to judge. All okay? Okay, so we've finished our judgment. All experts, please come for making judgment marking. Experts, now we're going to make judgment marking for economy of lei. J1. Economy of lei. 0 means poor layout, large areas of wasted fabric, many pieces too close together or too far apart, awkward placement for cutting or pieces missing, chalk lines on the fabric. 1 means layout is okay, some waste, some pieces too close together or too far apart, cutting only slightly awkward. 2 means good layout, small amount of waste, cutting pieces is not difficult. 3 means excellent layout, minimal waste, all pieces easy to cut. Please be ready. Please display your scores. 3, 3, 3. Okay, next we are going to judge pattern notching and flow through. J1. Pattern proportion and style analysis. 0 means proportions and shapes used not good. Pieces do not reflect the proportions of the design. 1 means proportions and shapes used are okay. Pieces mostly reflect the proportions of the design. 2 means good proportions and shapes used. Pieces reflect quite well the proportions of the design. 3 means excellent proportions and shapes used. Pieces exactly reflect the proportions of the design. Please be ready. Please display your scores. 3, 3, 3. These are the judgment marking for pattern making and lay. Thank you, all experts. Experts, please come in to judge. All experts, for module of pattern making and lay, we have lots of aspects for measurement marking. 1 score must be given by all experts in the marking team, so please measure carefully and mark carefully. Let's start to mark. Lay up, M1. Pattern pieces neatly presented. 0.25 mark deduction for each mistake. Pieces clean and well cut, not messy. Hard to see double lines. Any mark deduction? Full marks. M2. Pattern pieces secure. 0.25 mark deduction for each mistake. Pattern secure. Not too many or too few pins. No pins across cutting lines. Fabric not distorted by pins. No corners lifting. Long edges not lifting. Okay, no chalk lines. Any mark deduction? Full marks. M3. Fabric laid up neatly. Yes, no. Selvages together for the length of the lay. Fabric smooth, no distortion or drag. Yes, no. Yes. M4. Pattern pieces laid up as cutting instructions. 0.5 mark deduction for each mistake. Pattern cutting instructions visible and correctly followed. If pattern is cut, will it make the skirt? Any mark deduction? Full marks. Grain lines on lay. M1. Grain lines correct for all pieces. 2 mm tolerance. 0.5 mark deduction for each mistake. For this first piece, 36.8, 36.8. And the second position, 36.7, 36.7. And the second piece, this one for the second piece. First figure, 50, 50. Second figure, exceed, 50.3, 50.3, okay. Third piece, 36, 36, okay. 35.9, 35.9, okay. Pattern grain lines followed, accurately for all pieces. 0.5 mark deduction for each mistake. 0.5 mark deduction here. It doesn't exceed. It does, this one exceeds. 0.5, piece 2 exceeds. 0.5 mark deduction, okay. Any mark deduction? Yes, 0.5 mark deducted. 0.5 mark deducted. Pattern information. M1. Assessment point. Size. present on all pieces in ink. M2. Assessment point. Piece name. Present on all pieces in ink using no pen. M3. Assessment point. Style number. WSCTW pattern info. Present on all pieces in ink using no pen. M4. Assessment point. Piece number. Pattern info. Present on all pieces in ink using no pen. M5. Assessment point. Cutting instructions. Pattern info. Present on all pieces in ink. Accurate for production. M6. Assessment point. Grain lines. Present in ink. Showing direction of straight grain. Full length with arrowheads. Piece be laid up on the correct grain. M7. Assessment point. Seam and hem allowance notching. Not too deep or too shallow. Not too close notching. M8. Assessment point. Seam and hem allowance even. Allowances are even in width, not wobbly or bumpy. Matching seams all have same allowance. Pattern notching and flow-through. M1. Notching. Including notch depth, not too deep or too shallow. Notches for dots, balance notches, drill holes marked, including design features or button and buttonhole, notches for alignment. M2. Assessment point. Flow-through and alignment of pattern pieces. Good flow-through for all seams, including smooth curves across joining seams. Seams meeting and matching. M3. Pattern function. All pieces needed for construction present referring to sketch if necessary. Will this pattern make the garment in the sketch? Will it make a different garment? Or can the garment be worn? Patterns proportion and measurement. M1. Zipper notch. Please measure correct position and length. M2. Hip measurement. Wearing ease added. Minimum 1 cm, maximum 2 cm. M3. Hip measurement. Wearing ease added. Minimum 4 cm, maximum 5 cm. M4. CF length. Finished CF length from the top to the bottom.